I'm going to give you a few tips on studying for the midterm, okay? And I'm going to be very transparent. I'm going to tell you exactly how I've made this test, all right? Because not just in this class, but in all your classes, it's a really good idea to try to get inside the instructor's head, the test writer's head. That's a great way to be successful on tests, all right? So like I say, I'm going to be transparent. I'm going to tell you exactly how I came up with my test. How I came up with the quizzes, how I came up with the midterm, and how I will come up with the plan. If you look at your textbook, you can see that every chapter starts with chapter objectives. What they want you to learn out of this chapter, learning objectives, 1 page, okay? And then at the end of every chapter, there's a chapter summary, which is a narrative kind of form of the same thing, all right? Which again is typically 1 page. So if you figure there are going to be 5 to 6 chapters on the midterm, it'd be great if you read the whole chapters over again. That'd be beautiful. But recognizing that you probably don't want to do that or don't have time to do that, if you just read the chapter objectives and the chapter summary, that's a total of 10 to 12 pages to read. Okay, so I think that's not too much. So that's the first thing I would do, all right? The second thing I would do is I would look at your quizzes. All of your quizzes on MPC Online that you've had for your chapter quizzes, they're all still there, and you can all look at them, okay? In case anybody doesn't know, all you have to do is click over on the left on MPC Online, go to quizzes, and you can go right down through and you can preview any quiz you want. So just click on quizzes. There they are. You can click on a quiz and you can preview that quiz, okay? I do it this way, but yours is preview quiz now right there. Okay? What's that?
28 tips.
Yeah, I kept trying on that one. That was a tough one. All right, so look at the quizzes. I'll tell you flat out. When I made the quizzes, I only had 10 questions to work with because I had told you that quizzes would only be 10 questions apiece. So recognizing that I only had 10 questions to work with for each chapter, I tried to pick the 10 most important things I could. And so don't be surprised to see some of those same questions on the midterm. Probably a lot of those same questions. So if I was in your shoes, that's the second thing I would do. First, read the chapter objectives and the summaries. Second, look at all those quizzes, okay? The third thing I would do, if you have time, is go through the PowerPoints. Those, of course, are still on MPC Online as well. I'll give you one little caveat, just so you're not surprised. I made a couple of changes to the PowerPoints since you've seen them, but they're cosmetic, okay? Really, about the biggest thing I did was change what I would call the splash screen, the first page of each PowerPoint, okay? But the text, the content is all the same. So don't be surprised if it looks a little bit different. But similarly, like I said with the quizzes, I only had so much space. Same thing with the PowerPoints. I only had so much space to put items in the PowerPoints. So look at the PowerPoints. All right? That's what I would do. Now, let me scroll back down to the midterm and talk about how it works. Okay, here we go. 50 questions, like I say, multiple choice, true and false matching, just like the quizzes. It's closed book. However, you get to have one piece of paper, both sides, any fonts, any size writing you want. Okay? Yeah. So I think you'll do fine, all right? Okay? So, it's going to be administered via computer, just like the quizzes. Okay? It is closed book. That means you can't have anything else up on your computer. You can't have a Word document, or you can't bring in your one sheet on a USB drive or something like that, right? Because that could have the whole book on it, right? So that's about it. The test is going to be over at the library computer lab. We'll just meet over there, and that's how it's going to work. Okay? Everybody good?